Well, that's all of it, dude. That's all of the voice data. That's all of everything. Let's go start. Let's start handing over stuff. That's a good one. I might use. Sure, why not?
There aren't any more beacons showing up on my focus. This must be the last of the recorders. The Tenakth soldier at the Grove can complete a collection when I return.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's actually start handing over stuff. That's like almost all of the collectibles. That's all. That's all the collectibles. Yeah.
I'll see you at training later.
Be guided by.
The only thing I don't know what is. I don't know what these are. What these three are. And I still need to get Vista points. Which I don't know which ones I'm missing. So we'll see.
Walk tall, champion.
Enjoy your time in our settlement.
Could have earned honor
You may
against
pass.
Regala.
Did the enemy give you any trouble out there?
Just seems like such a waste.
You know that's a waste.
You'll need courage.
The visions are renewed.
Let us receive their wisdom.
Champion, you looking Show me your medals, champion. What can I do for you, Aloy? You're a scout.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
This is just an ice blastling. Okay.
Good luck on the hunt.
Well, safe travel.
Okay.
We walk in strength.
Karo's champion.
Your spear shall lead
If
us.
Regala wants a fight, she'll get one.
Hey, it's Akaro's champion.
Bodies of the fallen will be bagged and tagged with honor.
Walk with strength.
Now, go here. That's it. Right here. The second of our collectibles that sets that's done.
Be welcome, Outlander. Son of those renegades.
Think I'll go easy on you. Come here.
So she entered
Stemmer.
once more, our heroine, whom all adore. Lots of bats still fluttering about. One scared Abaddon so bad, he almost chucked his shards. Have you found any more ornaments?
Yeah. Here.
So, did you want to change the lights?
Sure. It's the last one. Chinese New Year, Valentine's Day, Easter. Yeah. Let's do Easter.
I want to see this one.
And so the wordsmith set out to bring new light to the ruins above. Now, what do rabbits, eggs, and flowers have to do with each other? Signs of spring, maybe. Oh, and before I forget, help yourself to the contents of that chest over there. For our heroine had dared the challenges of the West, recovering lights long lost, that deserved riches and rewards in kind.
Nice.
I'm not quite sure I live up to all that, but thanks.
What do we have? Not what I was expecting, but we have it anyways.
Still recovering from my injury. Remedies to trade.
Alright, let's go talk to the talk to the people before we start the quest. Quick save,
Snowfall's blanketing the land.
manual save as well. Because I don't want to get locked into a quest right now.
I just think she talks a lot. You too. You knew everything there is to know about everything.
She can also crank out a whole army of machines to kick your sorry behind once she's fixed.
Well, I guess I just better stay on her good side then.
There she is. Heard you had an interesting time at Thebes.
Maniacs, lava. What's not to like?
I'll remember that next time I go traveling.
At least I got what we needed to trap Hephaestus.
Good thing I got my gear ready then.
Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two hit it off.
You look tired.
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Erend. I should get going.
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons.
I'll give you the heads up.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron Gemini?
As soon as you give the word.
Did Alva make it here all right?
Our new Quen friend. The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Sounds about right. Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Yep.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once. Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
The seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom.
How's the movie CD? Did you guys done with
I
it?
thought that was pretty good. Zoe liked it.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
I am hydrating.
I should go get this to Gaia.
Y'all liking it?
Of
Good.
course. Let us know when we're needed.
Still 20 minutes left. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alba.
Just spending. Gotcha.
How
Well,
are things with everyone?
either one's fun, right?
Slightly
So
quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax they used to cleanse their aura.
oh
Plus something
no.
called bubble baths. Me, I think I'll stick to singing to calm the nerves.
I need to get going.
Right. You've retrieved the Omega clearance. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. I'll make sure my gear's ready.
Oh, this is gonna be a long conversation.
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars.
Yeah,
Of course,
no.
they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
You do. Let's finish this first.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we considered the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire, the living embodiment of Ted Faro, a renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
I wish we got a look at what Ted Faro looks right now. I know we kind of got like a holographic, like an image from when Aloy scanned the base and found him like attached. It was like a giant, like fleshy monster, just like with all these tentacles and stuff. I don't know. And that's what it feels like, or looked like. I wish that I wish that we actually get like a proper look at it.
Sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door, and more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principled diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
But you guys still don't have the entire truth, because you can't see most of the data that's available.
Overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yeah. Not a fun guy.
Back at the greenhouse, you
This
spoke
Bohai.
of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy, and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire, like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant.
Oh,
That's what
wow.
we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
Yeah. Sobek is literally the one that actually...
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because
Huh.
of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that.
That's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I see. Since they can only browse data up till the 2040s, they call Ted Faro the Renewer because he was the one who created the machines that kind of re-agriculturized after that whole environmental mess that happened in the 2030s. So after all that mess, it was Ted Faro whose machines, and FAS or Faro whatever services is what that actually kind of renewed agriculture and made it possible to grow stuff. So I see why they call Ted Faro the Renewer. That's basically because of that.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the Diviners haven't recovered.
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how Diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the Overseers would actually let us study.
810 versus the 810 version versus, or A10 or 810 version versus something, right? I can't remember what it was exactly. Niti or something.
You'll find lots of it here.
A Diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
I doubt it.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek.
Yeah.
But even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are. I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, Diviners can only share data with the permission from the Overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
You are not wrong.
Well, that wasn't as long as I thought planned.
But if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about, to capture Hephaestus, it will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
Where's Kotalo?
There's Quen stuff in here now. Must be all of us.